Hello, this is the start of my blog. I'm going to talk about lesson 1, and lesson 1 was the first obviously lesson that we all put together. This was the first Friday, and I was in for this lesson, and this was all about developing characters outside of the body, and leading with a certain part of the body, and I think this was quite an integral lesson. I think this was a very good lesson because it taught us how to lead with certain parts of our body. So first we started leading with the chest, and I think this, when you start leading with the chest, you create a character straight away, and you almost don't even need to play. But with this exercise, I wanted to make sure that I didn't play obvious characters, and so I started leading with my chest. And I think leading with my chest, I took the role of an old man because I thought old men don't lead with chests, so I thought, how could I do this? And again, this was before I was given my part of Ragdale in the common ground. So I think leading with my chest, I got some sort of thing out of that. And so I began leading with my chest, and during this it was very easy to help because you would walk around in a constant circle and then you could observe everyone else's characters. And again, this was really helpful because it taught me many different characters that can come from leading with the chest rather than just thinking of the solid man, one goal, leading with the chest, big brawn fella. And I think looking at everyone else, it gave me the chance to properly get together what all the different characters that can lead their chest with. And again, this would help with our performance because me and Paris would look at the ideas of leading with the chest and look at the characters we could create. But on the global idea, when we actually came to doing it, we never used leading with the chest. That wasn't an idea that we used. But walking around in a circle, I produced a character of an old man. It was a challenge for me because it was good because I got the chance to experience what it was like leading with the chest, playing an old man, and it let me experience and let me experiment with my body. And then we had to lead with the nose, and I think everyone then went with the really old man sort of sniffing something out, and then I wanted to go with something different. So I think when I led with the nose, I wanted to go with a really sort of broad man, or a man sort of observing, almost like a detective. But I thought leading with the nose, detective, is kind of obvious. You kind of work stuff there out. So if you lead with the nose, it's almost like he's smelling out the thing that he's trying to do. So I think, again, the same thing happened. You look around and you look at everyone else's characters and you observe them, and you think about putting them in your final piece. And again, me and Paris spoke about at the end of the lesson. We thought, no, we don't want to lead with our nose at all. And then we went on to leading with the genitalia, with the balls, or the women's parts. And we started leading with them, and it showed what we could think about. And I think with mine, I went for paedophile, and sounds so weird. But no, with mine, I thought leading with that, I thought you can like get bodies with sort of a paedophile and what he would do and how he leads with that. And I think it was really interesting for me to observe with that because you can put such a creepy spin on such a walk. You can put such a horrible stance on such a simple thing like walking. And I think it was really obvious that leading with the cock, you were going to get characters that were just, you think men thinking with cocks, women thinking with vaginas, and I think everyone would observe that. And I think that one was the most challenging one because you couldn't think of a character, you couldn't present another character that leads with the crotch. I think, again, an old man would have been helpful, and I think ever since that lesson I've been experimenting with using that as for an old man because it's almost like he's leading with his stomach and leading with his lower abdomen because that's the biggest part of his body because he eats and obviously he doesn't get exercise, so it's like. So I think this lesson was really good with helping me get that character really old. And I think with that, me and Paris straight away, we thought we could use that for our performance because we could think about how we could use that without presenting a man that's really pro-male or pro-female. I think all I want is sex, and I think that was really, really helpful for us. After that, we went for the Lecoq body curl. And I think the Lecoq body curl was really interesting to use, and it was really good for us because it helped loosen up our bodies and it helped us proper get in tune with it, and I think that was good for the first lesson because we knew the standard that we needed to be using. And after this, me and Paris, we experimented with once when we were during rehearsals, which helps us open up our bodies, helping us use it, help us properly get into what we knew we was trying to do and what we knew we was trying to portray. And I think it was really interesting for us to play around with that. And then after we'd led with the bodies and with the chest, we went on to an eating exercise, which first introduced us to the levels 1 to 10, and this was extremely interesting to play around with because you start at a 5, you go to a 6, go to a 7, go to an 8, go to a 9, go to a 10, and it's like, so 5, I went with eating yogurt, and with a 5 it was like just a normal eating with the yogurt. And then 6, it's almost like the pot gets bigger, the spoon gets bigger, and you get bigger dollops. And then 7 and 8, and it helped us use how we can make such a simple thing, such a small thing bigger, and then we went downwards, and how we can make it smaller. This helped me in Paris out extremely, because when we came to rehearsals, we were like, right, let's perform this with a 5. Performed it with a 5, then we're like, right, now let's perform what we've got. So the first thing we had was a small little dance, and we came to this because we watched the video, and it was like, right, we watched the video of Singing in the Rain, and it was like, right, how can we portray this? So we looked at the first little dance thing he does, a little walk. We took that into account, and we started doing it. And then from doing that, we were like, okay, that was a 5. Now let's make it a 6. So when we was doing the leg movements got longer, and then I was like, right, let's do the 7. Leg movements got longer and faster. 8, it got extremely fast, extremely long, and then we were doing dances extremely big, and then we do this one bit where we put a stick down, and then we put it right hand back, our left hand back to our right hand, but then we walk around it, and we take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 steps. So when it's on our right hand, it's 1, 2. When it's on our left hand back, 3, 4. Left hand here, 5, 6. Back to the middle, 7, 8. And this helped us play around with that because it was the speed at which we done it. So when we done it at 1, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When we experimented with the 10, it was incredibly fast, as you can imagine. So this helped us understand what we wanted to get from the piece, so on what we would pinpoint. I think this was the best way to start in rehearsals because it knew the focal point of where we were starting, and we wanted to go with Singing in the Rain. And I think through the process of that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 thing, it able to get us right. So the first bit, we want this to be a 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, done. And when we go into the walking, we're pushing because we walk sideways and then we push it up, and then we walk backwards with it in our hands. I'm trying to visualise it on a video that you can't see my entire body. It's hard. You didn't expect it, but when we done this, we knew that straight away we wanted that to be an 8, and because this was through process of elimination, so we thought, right, we've done that with all the numbers. We've got a 2. We like the 2. How are we going to do this next one? So experiment through all of them and think, right, I really liked how we done it at number 8. The number 7 was also good. Let's do them together, and then ask somebody else. And we asked Gavin, and Gavin was like, yeah, I think number 8 was the best way you could have done it. So we started with number 8. Then we went into the next dance, and but this just gave us the drive. This just gave us a good place to start with our performance, and that's how we got the first idea of Singing in the Rain. And then we started playing around with the Hitler performance, because that was one of our stimulus materials at the time, which now we no longer have because we decided to just focus completely on the Christmas truce. And from this, with the Hitler, we thought, right, let's do Hitler with a 1. Hitler with a 1, very boring, very slow, and then Hitler with a 10, straight away in there. Extremely big movement, extremely big vocals, extremely everything. It was just massive. Hitler with a 5, and it just wasn't Hitler. And we realised if you're going to do Hitler, you need either 8, 9, or a 10, and that was through process of elimination that we worked that out. But obviously we ended up scrapping that. But I think if we wanted to explore Hitler, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that we got from the eating exercise of eating a yogurt and then eating yogurt with a 1, which is really small, helped us visualise what Hitler and our first dance move was. So I think this was extremely effective for our first lesson because it just gave us in the rhythm. It knew how we wanted to present certain moves. So yeah, thank you.